what happened. I was gone for 20 days. I don't remember anything. So they told me, I'm in Atlanta, they told me, my sister and my daughter took me to the first doctor. Did the quarter 50 shot. Next doctor said, something going on up there. I won't say it on camera. I won't say it. Yeah, I don't want to say it on camera. But it was.
So that was the video from TMZ where, you know, Jamie Foxx a few months ago was talking about what had happened to him and how he felt after, you know, the whole incident. He ended up in the hospital. Remember, they say he had a stroke. Then I heard an aneurysm. He still hasn't really been clear about what happened. But allegedly, what they're saying now is that he did some kind of Netflix special, like a Netflix comedy special. He said something to the effect that, like, he had to, this is what the streets are saying, that he looked into the camera and he was serious and said he had to call the feds on Diddy, and Diddy was the cause of him going to the, poisoning him and causing him to go to the hospital. Now, I do think that could be true that he said that, but I'm going to need to watch the Netflix series, the comedy show, to know the context of it. Because was he just making a joke about Diddy, or is he saying that Diddy actually did something to him? And on top of that, would Netflix even keep that in the comedy skit if he did say that about Diddy? Because that comes with some implications. But I want to go ahead and play this because Gary with the T was the one who actually said this.
Responsible for his stroke.
Now, no, Gary, for Jamie, real?
They said, according to Jamie, he was poisoned by the former Bad Boy music. Tells fans Diddy was responsible for his stroke. Now,
no, Gary, for
Jamie,
real?
They said, according to Jamie, he was poisoned by the former Bad Boy music legend, and it wasn't just a joke. Now, according to MTL, they confirmed that when Jamie uttered those words, fans initially started laughing, but when he did, Jamie looked directly at a fan and gave him that look like, I'm not joking.
Wow.
But they say Jamie Foxx and Diddy were friends for many years, but both men had raunchy parties at their respective Los Angeles mansions. Now, they say, but Diddy is no longer friends with Jamie. MTO confirmed that. They say the two men fell out a few years ago over a business deal that went bad. They say Jamie did not elaborate in the special, but why did he poison him? They said he just made the comment, gave the fans a concerned look, and continued on with the comedy show.
Oh,
allegedly.
Wow.
I'm going to put allegedly.
Is that going to be out like that special for everyone to see, or is it already out?
I think it's going to be for everybody to see.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stop that. Okay. So, yeah, another part to that I heard was that the reason why they had a falling out, and this is, again, the conspiracy theories, it's hard. Because what I heard was that Jamie Foxx and Diddy had a falling out because he wanted to start recording the Freakoffs. And Diddy was all like, no, you can't record. Only I can record. And so they had a falling off of who was going to record the Freakoffs. Then when I hear that, you guys, then I go, oh, this is definitely fake. Because what? Now, maybe Jamie and Diddy could have had a falling out because Jamie was all like, hey, don't record me. But even with the same token, Jamie Foxx hasn't came out and said him and Diddy have any issues or that they're feuding or anything like that. And mind you, Jamie Foxx has even been accused of having these wild parties. Y'all, trust me, I know y'all seen the videos out there about people talking about, oh, Jamie Foxx be playing naked basketball and stuff like that. Y'all seen that, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you heard or seen those videos about him playing naked basketball at his house. Don't leave me hanging like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. So since Jamie Foxx is a freak-off master, allegedly himself, I don't see him throwing Diddy under the bus. I see him staying quiet like a lot of people, like the Jay-Z's and all these other people staying quiet on it. Not saying nothing. See, y'all heard about it. Now, I will say, in Jamie Foxx's defense, remember Real, shout out to Lefty, Real, a.k.a. Lefty, when he was on my show, he said, hey, I went to a Jamie Foxx party. I had to meet at a certain location, and then they pick you up and then take you to the real location, and Jamie Foxx was, at the party. It was his party. Everything seemed fine, but then there was a room where people were getting it on, and they was doing, what grown folks do. But he didn't say there was nothing like underage people or drugs around. He just said, hey, there was a room where people was getting down with the get down, and that was it. Now he didn't mention that, so I do want to say, again, he didn't mention anything illegal or anything going down that was not supposed to. I mean, people are allowed to have sex parties. They're allowed to have that. But he said he didn't partake or nothing, but he's seen in a room and stuff like that. So in Jamie Foxx's defense, we do have somebody who we know who said they went to a party. Now, I want to say this. I believe that Jamie Foxx is from that old Hollywood mindset. You don't say nothing, don't say anything, you don't see nothing. I don't think he would be the one to really pop it off. And again, as some of you guys might remember or not, he was filming that movie with Cameron Diaz. And at the time, they were on location. I believe they were in Atlanta, right? I believe they were in Atlanta filming that movie. Like, part of it took place overseas, and then another part was filmed in Atlanta. And I think that's where he took the Advil, and then, he said he needed some medicine or something like that because his head or whatever. Then, boom, all of a sudden, he gone. And then all of a sudden we hear 2 weeks later he out playing pickleball. Remember that? And everybody was all like, what the hell is pickleball? But, I went to school in the suburbs. So, yeah, we played pickleball in the suburbs. Not too many black people know about pickleball, but a lot of y'all are learning about pickleball now. I'm happy to see that. I'm grown, and the only thing I do on my knees. Shout out to Make It Make Sense. Shout out to the homie Make It Make Sense. Thank you. Mim's always coming and dropping his one-liners. But yeah. I think that he comes from that old school Hollywood where he wouldn't say anything. Now, what I'm surprised is I remember we did a video about Diddy, possibly being connected to Jamie Foxx, but also Tom Cruise. Don't forget, Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx used to be friends, you guys. And then when Tom Cruise divorced Katie Holmes, Jamie Foxx started dating Katie Holmes. And Tom Cruise, the whole Scientology. So, I mean, if we gonna look at Diddy, we gotta be fair on all the color spectrums. If we gonna look at the black, we gotta look at the white. If we gonna look at the black, we gotta look at the white. So I'm saying, if we looking at Diddy, we need to look at Tom Cruise as well too. That's what I gotta say about that. We literally are just going to be like, oh, well, Diddy must have did this and that. No. I think there's a multitude of different things going on. I don't think it's just one person or the other. I think that, to be fair, we gotta, if we're going to be blaming and putting names and putting bodies on people, we got to throw more people out there. But I do want to say this about Jamie Foxx. I think the reason why this has grown legs as far as possibly Diddy poisoning him is because of what Albie Shore has been saying. As you guys know, Albie Shore said, oh yeah, the real reason why he was in a coma was because Diddy, in 2012, he wrote that whole, I don't even know what you call it, a soliloquy maybe, but that whole paragraph about how somebody was out to get him. Mind you, he didn't put a name on it, but somebody was out to get him. He alluded to Kim was trying to run away from Diddy, but couldn't, and he told her to call the FBI. Remember, he's been throwing subliminals out there. So I think, if anything, if we're going to be honest, Albie Shore has been feeding into a lot of things going on. And here's the thing. I can't say that Diddy had nothing to do with why Albie Shore was so sick. But I need Albie Shore to start putting a name on it. And I need him to start telling what it is. What are you waiting for? Tell us what it is. I don't want to play these Blues Clues and try to figure out, like, oh, what do you mean? What are you talking? No, tell me what it is. Oh, that wasn't even on. Tell me what it is. There we go. Like, I'm sorry, you guys. Like, when people playing these, oh well, I can't say too much, but is this it? In 2024, for the rest of 2024, no more riddles, no more Blues Clues. Tell us what it is. Put an amen in the chat if you agree with me. Put an amen if you agree. That's my thing. No more Blues Clues, no more riddles. Tell us what it is. Tell us what it is. Because Albie Shore been doing all this talking and ain't said nothing. We literally been having to piece stuff together. Just like he hopped on that whole trend with the book. Remember that? I still ain't forgot about that. Even though Albie Shore done filed that not lawsuit, but cease and desist for that book on Kim Porter. Don't forget he was originally promoting that book. He was promoting White Jamal. White Jamal wrote that book, and he was promoting that book. Shout out to White Jamal. He did come on the show, and we talked and stuff like that. But, yeah, I don't believe that book was real at all. He should have did a little bit more research on it. But White Jamal was a part of that whole book, and Albie Shore was promoting it. I got the screenshots. Yes, please hit that like button. Thank you. I got the screenshots. I can show the screenshots where you were helping promote that book. And then when it said you and Diddy was doing the nasty, all of a sudden, oh, that book is fake. They sabotaged the book, and Diddy was probably a part of sabotaging it, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Yeah. Now you had a problem. Now you have a problem because they say you and Diddy was doing the nasty. Was y'all doing the nasty? I don't know. But you was promoting the hell out of the book before you actually knew the details of the book. Are we not out? Somebody said YouTube needs to be awakened, and I'm here to wake it up. We need to start telling some truths and not conspiracy. These conspiracies have gotten out of hand. Give me something concrete. And I know this is the gossip field and, this is what you do and stuff like that. But it has gotten to a point where, one, it's feeling like people just throwing stuff at the wall, just trying to make money. Two, people making up shit. Three, it seems like a lot of white people, a.k.a. Caucasians, making a lot of money off of black trauma. It's been messing with me mentally, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, it's been messing with me mentally. Like, I've just been like, this is too much. Like, I was gonna do this whole show yesterday, and I was all like, I can't do it. I can't. Like, it's too much. It's too much. In the words of Robert Kelly, they don't see nothing wrong with a look. Liquefied organ sound painful. Yeah. And granted, the whole liver. If he was healthy, mind you, Albie Shore had a celebrity boxing match that he did before his body started shutting down. Google Translate right. But again, I need you to be direct, Albie Shore. I need you to be direct. And back to Jamie Foxx. I need the context of how he said this or what it was said on. Like, I need more context to the way which he said it, and I need to actually see his face, because was he making a joke? A lot of people make jokes about Diddy. Now, if Diddy's supposed to be his friend and he's making jokes, that's pretty effed up. But if he's serious, for me personally, if it's not in the indictment, I'm just going to take it as somebody made it up. That's how I kind of feel about the whole Diddy stuff. If it's not in the indictment, like, I can't put a finger on it and be like, all right, this is where I seen it. This is where I'm just going to take it as internet fodder. I'm just going to be like, oh yeah, this is just some internet stuff. I just need more concrete proof of things. Like, and let me be honest, I've been guilty of it. Like, when I heard when this all started with Diddy, I was all like, oh, this got to be true. I'm reporting on it. And now, not saying that I'm not reporting on it. I just kind of take things like, hey, you guys, take it with a grain of salt. And I'll let you guys know whether or not I believe something. If I believe it, I'll be like, oh, yep, I believe it. But if I don't feel it in my heart, I can't sell it to you guys that I believe it. And I'm not saying that I'm the moral police or anything like that, but they do call me the Godfather of YouTube. And this is no hate to anybody else. If another content creator happens to believe it or not, then that's on them. That's their thing. But for me, I can't sell y'all shit and tell you that it's chocolate. Ooh, that was deep, y'all. I just thought about that on the fly. I didn't even practice that. I'm telling you, I can't sell you shit and tell you that it's chocolate. Damn, now I'm not gonna be able to eat chocolate. I would like to know when's the date of this Netflix special that Jamie Foxx is doing. I tried to look it up, but I didn't see anything about a special that he was doing for Netflix. Now he does have a movie deals with them where he will produce and star in a few movies and so he does have a contract like that, but I didn't see anything about a comedy special. So we'll be on the lookout for that. Denitria, how we doing on the likes? Make sure you guys hit that like button, please, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me read some of your comments. I lived in Hollywood for over 25 years. Jamie live in Thousand Oaks. I don't feel bad for Baby Love. Her mother had years to read about study Diddy's. Yeah, Paige, you're right about that. Yeah. Uncle Jerry Springer have loved this Diddy cheating on Al. Wait. Oh my God. Okay, let me try to. It's unfair. Amen. Being that Diddy is already jailed, just tack on all the rest, please. Thanks. Right. Nobody calls ATD lies. But thank you, Make It Make Sense. Lies. You call me the Godfather. It's time for a new government sneak video to be released. You know what, Maggie? I have to agree with you because let's put this out there. Remember when everything kind of went quiet? Diddy was posting more. He was seen out on the bicycle with CDJ, and they were saying like, "Oh, this is a lie. That is a lie." Everybody was convinced that, oh, they're lying on Diddy. They ain't got nothing. They're trying to take a black man. Well, they're still saying that. They try to take a black man down, blah, 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 blah. They were saying all that, remember? But then the feds allegedly leaked that video of him, going upside Cassie and dragging her. And it was like, oh yeah, he need to go to jail. So I wouldn't be surprised. If there's a October surprise, like at the end of the month, or something that happens closer to the trial, and they drop a little like, oh, y'all think he's innocent? Let me drop this real quick and, let y'all, ponder on that and let y'all say he's innocent now because we done dropped this. I do want to say I don't believe Tony Busby, that lawyer guy. I don't believe him. I think he's just filing careless lawsuits. And again, a lot of the judges, because remember, it's different judges for each one of those cases, but a lot of them are saying like, hey, you want to go by a pseudonym on a lot of these, but you didn't fill out the proper information. Why do these people need to go through a pseudonym? As far as like John Doe, Jane Doe, it's all like, okay, you're going to file all these 120 lawsuits under John Doe, Jane Doe? Nah. You need to put a name on it. I know a couple of them more recently have a name on them, but again, I feel like a lot of people are trying to capitalize and hop on a trend. And the trend that I'm talking about is just saying the most horrendous, nasty, vile things that Diddy has ever done, put it into a lawsuit, and then hope you get a settlement. That's what it desensitizes real victims. We know Diddy has done people wrong. We know he doesn't like to pay people. Oh, it's 11/11, make a wish. We know he doesn't like to pay people. We know that he's a dirty mother. But at the end of the day, when people just say careless things or they just file these lawsuits and it don't seem like there's any merit or basis to them, it desensitizes from real victims and people who are actually suffering, people who we hope actually get justice. That's my thing. I'm still on the side of the victims, you guys. I don't want y'all to think I'm anti-victims or I'm a Diddy defender. I'm just for the truth. That's how I feel. I'm just for the truth. And something like this, I feel like when we just throw just random shit at it and we're not actually doing our due diligence to make sure that it's real or legit, it's doing more harm than that's basically what I'm saying. Shout out to everybody for being here. I appreciate y'all. Make sure I hit that like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of my perspective on what I thought about it. Like I said, it's not something that I want to cover Diddy every day. It's traumatic, y'all. And I know it's more traumatic for the victim, but it's traumatic for me. Like, it's too much sometimes. But I love y'all. Be safe. Make sure you tell somebody that you love them. Deuces, everybody. We out.